Well, here I am again, and it seems that we are still on the fourth week of Lent. You and I both know that we are still in this unprecedented shutdown due to the coronavirus crisis. Reports of infections are spreading. The need for our precautions continues more than ever. The church will continue to remain open, and we will maintain a schedule of Eucharistic exposition for adoration of the Blessed Sacrament in a special way for private prayer, Saturday from 3 to 4 p.m. and Sunday morning from 9 a.m. to 12 noon. Please God, we can continue to that until we can have Mass again. All during Lent, there is a hymn used in what is variously called the Liturgy of the Hours, or the Divine Office, or the Breviary. And in the original Latin, the hymn for Lauds, or morning prayer, has these words: Dum nocte pulsa, gratior orbi dies renascitur. I'm going to do a little bit of a free translation. That when the night is past, there will be reborn a more grace-filled day. The day that the hymn refers to is referred to a few lines down. Dies venit, dies tua, in qua reflorent omnia, laetemur et nos inviam, tua reducti dextra. Again, my own free translation. A day is coming, says the poet, your day, addressed to Christ. A day in which everything will flourish again, and in which we shall rejoice in the way along our journey, held, brought back by your right hand. That day is Easter. An Easter Sunday this year that will most likely, it probably seems beyond all doubt, be without the public celebration of Mass. But still, nonetheless, his day. I'm recording this on the 25th March. This is one of the great feast days of the Church, the Annunciation of the Blessed Virgin Mary. It was on this day that day began. For the Feast of the Annunciation, of course, recalls the well-known story, particularly beautifully told by St. Luke, of the Incarnation, the visit of the Archangel Gabriel, whose feast day was yesterday in the traditional calendar, to the Blessed Virgin, tells her of her providential destiny. She accepts, and something happens. Something that nobody noticed, something that nobody witnessed except Mary and the angel. Something that nobody in Nazareth would have noticed. There would be no thunderclap, no blare of trumpets. The world didn't know it. But what happened was the incarnation of the Son of God, the second person of the Blessed Trinity, in the womb, as the Germans say, the Jungfrau, the young virgin, the young woman, we know today as Mary, the Holy Mother of God. So the day that we will, in our ways, as best we can, celebrate in a few weeks' time, began what we commemorate today. Unknown, hidden. And in a way, I hope and pray, as I'm sure many do, that this event again will begin the silent change in the world. You know, think of how the world changed as a result of the incarnation of the Son of God in the womb of the Virgin Mary, whom we know, of course, is our Lord Jesus Christ. Empires, nations, civilizations, peoples baptized. Now, Perhaps that phase seems to be petering out. Perhaps a new phase is beginning. I think many of us, living without the familiar, as I said in the last, if I had a fireplace, it'd be a fireside chat, but maybe rediscovering our faith. What does it mean, for example, to be without Holy Communion? There are some people very upset about that. Well, think of it this way. We have many brethren in the world today who live in places where they cannot openly practice the faith and cannot receive Holy Communion. I think, for example, of the Cardinal of the Church, held in prison, most people say unjustly, has not been allowed to say Mass, not even receive Holy Communion. As they say, falsely accused of a crime. There are many examples, not just in history, but now. But the Lord abides with us in the Blessed Sacrament. This could be a great time to rediscover the real presence, not just, in our hands or in our mouth. But why we have, thank God, in this church, the tabernacle's always been in the center, with the red lamp burning before it. He is there, and he dwells in the souls of the faithful who are in a state of grace. So, on this Annunciation Day, in the old Catholic days in England, was called Lady Day. And for many, many centuries, it was the first day of the civil year. And so on this day, the message of Emmanuel, God with us, is strong. Use the advantages you have through the internet and through television to follow the broadcasts of Mass through our diocesan television channel, from St. Agnes Cathedral and from other sites. There's many choices. And know again that as I offer Mass privately, you are with me at the altar. And so once again we invoke Our Lady, Health of the Sick, and Our Lady, Queen of Peace, to be at our side. God bless you. We'll talk again.